Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone, you are listening. Hey everyone, you are listening to the Anfield Humidor podcast. My name's Brian, and I'm joined by this idiot sitting next to me, the guy I found naked in a ditch. I forget his name, but take it away. What's your name?
All right, insert professionalism here. You are listening to the Anfield Humidor podcast. We have a great episode planned for you guys today. Some real news, some fake news headlines. This idiot trying to talk about Liverpool. It's a great episode. We got some great poems written by someone who's good at it, someone who's okay at it. We got another teaser for a video idea we're coming up with.
Yep.
And just a good episode all around, so give it a listen to.
Yeah, guys, give it a listen. And hey, don't forget, we won it 2-1. We won it 2-1. Come on, everybody. In Stamford Bridge, we won it 2-1.
Okay, yeah, nobody knows the words.
Everybody knows the words.
I know the words.
Yeah.
But these people listening don't.
And you didn't join in.
They're like, why do we tune in and 4 seconds in, my headphones are already making the new noise. They laugh too loud. They talk too much.
You know, if you like all that, give it a listen.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah, enjoy the show. Hey, guys, if you like this show, listen to it, watch it, however you watch it.
No, you already said it. You already said it. You already said it.
I
Enjoy
didn't.
the show.
I didn't.
Click.
Enjoy the show. I didn't say it.
We're back.
Are we?
We're back. We're
Okay.
back. Day late, but we're back.
Day late. It's probably posted 2 days late, though, right?
No,
What's
it's going
today?
to be post today.
Today's Monday?
Yeah, the game was Sunday. So
Okay.
next day.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I'm posting it like 2 in the morning tonight.
No. You're going to post it while you're at work. Because you are going to go to work and all you're going to think about is this podcast. And you're going to go outside and sit in your truck and post this and edit this. I know you are.
That's normally what I would do, but I got too much to do tonight.
No, you don't.
Too much.
Nothing's more important.
Too much to do! I got too much to do. Too much to do!
Back at it.
Back at it. Okay, guys. We left Stamford Bridge with 3 points, which is great.
Yeah.
Hey, 3 points at Chelsea? Awesome. Liverpool's 15th straight win in the Premier League. We'll talk about that in a second, but we got all of our usual nonsense today. We got poetry. We got top 3, worst 3. We got a shout out to somebody. We got, that's it. That's all we got.
Sounds like a good episode.
And we're going to talk about the game.
There's not a lot going on, so.
Yeah. But first, let's get into our real fake news, which is our segment that you all know about, blah, 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 blah. Some's real, some's fake.
It might be the first time you're tuning in. We read some news headlines. Some are real, some are fake. You decide.
Yeah, some are real. Like Snapple facts. Some are true, some are fake. Okay, we butchered that intro, but that's okay. Let's get right to it. Let's get right into it. Real fake news. I'm going first.
Fake news.
Liverpool football. Okay, right. Okay, let's get back into it. Liverpool Football Club has released the following statement regarding Thomas Cook. We are currently assessing the impact of Thomas Cook ceasing trading and the impact for those supporters who have purchased packages from Thomas Cook. Once we have those details from Thomas Cook, we will update the supporters. Andrew?
LFC owner John Henry makes executive decision to let only 5 players travel together at a single time. This decision came shortly after a recent plane crash that tragically took place that took out the whole Manchester United squad. Real news.
Naby Keita is targeting a return to match action at the Carabao Cup clash with MK Dons on Wednesday night. The Liverpool midfielder has been sidelined since sustaining a hip strain before the UEFA Super Cup final in Istanbul last month. Andrew?
I hope that is real news because I love me some Naby.
I don't know. Real, fake, who knows?
Who knows? You decide.
Yeah.
LFC owner John Henry suffered some backlash for comments he made after hearing of the Manchester United plane accident. Henry said, quote, "Although this is a nightmare for the families of the players, the fans can look at the bright side. United have been crap this season and now they get a fresh start."
So a little bit of dark humor
Real
there.
news, fake news. You decide.
Oh, I love that. I love that section. All right, let's do top 3, worst 3.
Top 3, worst 3.
Yeah, you go first.
All right, my top 3 for you?
Yep.
My top 3 for you is you have the starting 11, the core starting 11 in Liverpool.
Right.
If you were to replace 3 of those players with old players in order to increase this team's performance this year, who would they be and who would you sub out?
Gotcha.
So sub three active for 3 retired.
That's a tough.
You could do 2.
Yeah,
top
yeah.
2. We'll do top 2 if you can't think of 3, but I think that's a good
No,
one.
I could think of 3.
All right.
But I don't know if it's going to be honest. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're going to lie.
No, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to say how
you're a liar.
I'm going to say I'd replace this player with this player, and then be like, I don't know. I love this team. But I got you. All right. I'm going to do a worst 3 for you because of all the complaining you've done about how we don't have. No one ever does a worst 3. So here we go. All right. So you have to get a prostate exam by a Liverpool player. Okay. Who would be the worst to give you a prostate exam? So you're in the. Let's word it this way. You're in the locker room after a game. For some strange reason, you're hanging out there. Okay. And for some other strange reason, you need an emergency prostate exam.
Got it.
Emergency.
Got it.
Pull your pants down. We're going in.
Okay. Sounds horrible.
So the 3 people you would not want you to do it. Like we all know Mo Salah would treat you gently. He would be gentle about it.
Yeah.
Okay? But the
sometimes though.
The 3 you don't want. Oh boy! All right, let's get right into this
How about that game?
Yeah, it's an amazing game. Amazing game. Was it amazing?
Yeah.
Amazing?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
I loved seeing Liverpool on the attack like that. I thought
Yeah.
that they had a lot of really good things, a lot of great crosses, a lot of great action in the game. I thought that Liverpool's defense was really good throughout the first half. Second half, there were some holes. There were a lot of chances that they gave up that luckily people I think Virgil intervened in one, Trent intervened in one, and then Matip intervened in one.
Yeah. I agree. I think that first 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, or even the whole first half, Liverpool were on it. It was awesome. 2 goals. It was great. But to Liverpool's credit, the second half, the momentum was with Chelsea. For whatever reason, all right? That's the way things go sometimes. There's momentum flips, maybe. Frank Lampard, whatever he said in the dressing room to Chelsea, got them going. And so now Liverpool had to kind of sit back and deal with this pressure because they did a great job at it. You know, normally Liverpool would be able to just attack right through that stuff, but they did so well that they had to defend. And though it looked scrappy, it looked scrappy. But guess what? They won 2-1. They won. All right. So their resilience on defense is unbelievable. It was unbelievable last season, and they hammered out. They dug out those games that it looked like it didn't look good necessarily. But here we are. We're going to Stamford Bridge. We're going to a Chelsea side that's confident. They won, I forget what it was last week, 5-2, whatever. They're confident right now. They're a group of young players. They're on the up. The fans are backing them. They're happy they have an ex-player as their manager. So going to Chelsea now, that could have been potentially one of the hardest games of the season. Potentially. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we got to go to City, United. We got all these harder games, but...
Is United hard?
Yeah.
This City?
No, well, they had the plane crash, so... They're all dead! I'm sorry. So the resilience of Liverpool. But, no, I had one more good point. What was it?
I have no idea.
You had no idea?
No, I was listening. I was so intently listening to what you were saying.
What was my good... whatever. Anything else to add to their resilience on defense?
You were saying something about that with the fact that we went to Chelsea, Liverpool away. This was one of the hardest games this season, other than that's what you ended on.
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with what I was about to say. I lost my train of thought from that scream. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that I would say, I would critique against this last game. I think it's great. We walked away with 3 points. We won. I thought there were some great moves by Trent in there. There were so many key, I want to use highlights to justify the whole game, but there's so many great plays in that game. The one thing, Liverpool's first half performance offensively was amazing. But if you looked at just offensive stats for the second half, you would have thought that Chelsea would have won that game. They had, and I don't know if that's just the way that Klopp, I mean, trust me, the way Klopp runs the defense, you can tell Liverpool's defense this season, last season, and then prior 2 seasons ago, you can compare those two things. Klopp cares so much more about maintaining a solid defense throughout the entire game, so that's good. But just a lack of Liverpool offensive push second half. They had a couple great chances, a couple great moves, but you look at the offensive stats they had first half compared to the second half. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I'm happy, but I'm surprised that wasn't a 2-2 draw.
All right, well, that brings us into our next topic here, the Mo Salah and Henderson partnership. as well, we can get to that in a second. But Tomori, I think that's his last name, Tomori. The defender who was on Mo Salah the whole game. I mean, you could look at that game and say Mo Salah had a bad game. I mean, he lost the ball many times. Same with Mane. He wasn't around. I don't know. I mean, Mane did win the free kick, which led to the goal.
Yep.
Fine. But they just weren't that involved. And that's because Chelsea did really well and for whatever reason. But, you got Mane going up against Tomori. Adrian?
Salah was up against Tomori.
What did I say?
Salah. Mane.
No, Salah. He's going up against him. And either Salah had a bad game or Tomori just had his number. You know what I mean? Like
eliminated him from the game.
Yeah.
That's what you do, though.
I think I saw one stat. He got past him 1 out of 5 times going one-on-one. And Liverpool were trying that. All right, we're getting pressed hard here by Chelsea. Let's send Salah. Let's send him. Because that takes so much pressure off the defense and the midfield. And they did. They sent him, and they did a great job at that, but Salah didn't really do much with it. You know what I mean? So
he was defended well.
He was defended really
like
well.
The guy was always on his right side. He was always on the right side. Like usually the ball's like maybe like Salah's 1 step ahead of that defender. The defender was right on step with him, right there.
Perfectly said. 100% right. He was right with him the whole time. Never let him get away.
Yeah.
The time he did get past him, he let him get away. That was the time that he had that left-footed shot. You said, shoot it. Shoot it.
Yeah.
And he waited just that half second too long.
1 step too much. If he took 1 step and shot that ball, trust me, like it's easy to say this from the couch. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You know how easy it is to say from the couch, like shoot it. You should have like why'd you take 2 steps? You should have taken 1. But in the moment, he played that ball so well. He put it on target, and it just got bopped away by a second defender. It wasn't
once again good defending. Good defending. They defended well. They just didn't allow Liverpool to get in through that defense. They didn't allow it.
How did you not mention our boy scoring his first goal?
Because I don't care about it.
You don't care about it.
I'm only kidding.
He's Alexander Arnold. He's Alexander Arnold. He's Alexander Arnold.
Who is he?
The Scouser in our team. I was going to say side. It's either
what do you like better? Do you like side or team?
I like Scouser on our side.
Me too. But I think they say team.
I think it's
mostly.
Scouser in our team.
Yeah.
Scouser
in our team.
Hooray!
Yeah, I mean that.
How do you not talk about that?
Oh, because I didn't get to it yet.
Oh, but we just were talking about the offense and the scoring chances, and
we gotta keep
Trent.
We gotta keep the listener
I
wanting
was just
more.
so
You know what I'm
pumped
saying?
for Trent, man. You see his face, and then the dove thing, the W that he
what
did.
is that?
I don't know if anyone knows what that is. What this W is supposed to mean?
Or a dove.
The dove.
It's a bird.
Or a V.
Maybe.
If you guys look at the highlight reel of Trent's goal from outside the 18 because of Mane's penalty, he drew it, and then Trent took the shot.
Yeah, he drew the free kick. Trent took
the free kick, not penalty. Yeah. If you look at that and you see Trent when he scores, he does this like VW thing. If you tell us what that is, we'll shout you out because I want to know what that is.
I'll give you $5
because if that's what Trent. Because that's what Trent's going to do every goal. I'm going to start doing that.
Maybe it's a pigeon. Okay, just hear me out. Maybe it's a pigeon.
Pigeon.
You know what a pigeon is?
I know what a pigeon
Those
is.
things in New York City.
I know what a pigeon is.
Maybe it's a pigeon, and the pigeon just picked the ball up and just flew it, pooped on a couple Chelsea defenders on the way, and just flew it into the corner. And that's what that means.
Abraham. Oh
yeah, it was an awesome goal. I
love to see it.
Loved how they flicked that ball back. And then he shot it. I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Training ground set piece, beautiful. And, that's going right into, both of our goals were off of set pieces.
Score the same way, too. There was a back pass, shift the defense, cross.
And one was, Trent's was, you can't call it unstoppable, but it was good. And then the other one was just a lack of Chelsea defense. A free header for Firmino.
Do you lock that up to the free header?
Oh, yeah.
Firmino, man, you gave him so much space.
Yeah. Okay, and let's take that. Keep that in mind. Let's go into our third topic here. My sprinklers are going on. Let's go. Let's go into our third topic here, which again, VAR. We're going to talk about VAR. We're not going to talk about this every episode, but I got to talk about it again. So you got VAR.
Very annoying recording.
Very annoying. Yeah, there you go.
VAR.
So that goal happened right after the disallowed goal, Chelsea's disallowed goal, Azpilicueta, whatever his name is. It came right after that disallowed goal, and I heard Jurgen say this in his post-match little interview, and Frank. That takes when you score a goal like that. When Chelsea scored, excuse me, when Chelsea scored, they celebrated. Mm-hmm. It was a while. They were 100% because they even in the box, like, oh, nothing was offside. We're good. We're solid. That offside was on the build-up play.
Yeah, like 15 seconds before the goal.
Fair enough. It was offside. They looked at it. Cool. And in those terms, VAR worked because that's a clear defining line, whether or not it's offside.
Black and white.
Black and white. There's no subjectivity that's brought into it, right? Well, the goal got disallowed. After a celebration like that, and then the goal gets disallowed, your spirits are way down. Way down. It's one thing for a goal to be disallowed from a quick offside flag. You didn't get a chance to celebrate. This came much later. They thought they were one. It was 1-2. They thought they were back in this game, and it deflates them. Then look at that. They fall asleep on defense. Yeah. That plays into it. Totally.
What did I text you when that goal was disallowed?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I try to block your texts out.
Oh, that's fine. I said the VAR. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, what do we say now that the VAR actually worked for us? And it's crazy. It's like, I thought that would make me think differently about VAR. Like, at that moment, I'd be like, yeah, VAR. I was still, like, I was super pumped because as a fan, Liverpool is still up 1-0. It was 1-0. They scored an equalizer. They called it off. Liverpool's still up 1-0. Great. All right. We still have insurance goal. We're still there. And then on the other hand, I was kind of like, all right, but VAR still kind of sucks.
Yeah.
For the black and white, like you wrote up that Jurgen Klopp quote on VAR. What was it? This
was a quote from the Jurgen post-match, his first interview post-match. Let's see. Still don't like it. Offside is black and white, so that's fine. All other decisions are objective, and humans are still making decisions, even with VAR. So the subcontext of that was, what's the point of
What's
VAR?
the point?
Yeah.
So that's what I agree with is black and white issues, VAR, offsides. All right, cool. When we lose a goal or the goal decision's no goal for us, and it's the same reason, offside's totally cool. But when you're like, it's like the penalty stuff. It's like the VAR handball where there's no way because they slow it down so much you can't see what that player's doing with his arm, like that kind of stuff.
And then in the other instance of that game where Trent was offside, I don't know if you recall this. Trent was offside, and they called it offside kind of late, and Liverpool had to stop playing inside the 18, and it was very good chance to score, and it wasn't offside. You look, no VAR in that situation because no goal was scored.
But isn't that the same thing as killing Chelsea's momentum when they score the equalizer? Like,
No.
wouldn't that be the same thing?
No, it's different.
Because
It's different.
they're still, they had a chance.
It's an instant decision. It was an instant.
Oh, they called it.
They called. That's all. Yeah, that's all I'm
I
saying.
hear what you're saying.
They called offside on Trent. Fair enough. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that offside call. It was a very tight margin. I'm okay with calls not going your way if it's so tight. It's such a shame. I'm so happy that Chelsea goal was disallowed, but what a shame. It was off by such a wee amount.
A wee.
A wee.
A wee
I got to
little
go
amount.
to the toilet. Make fun of our English fans here. They're our only fans, man. But so that's VAR still a big topic of discussion. Still don't like it. Happy it worked out in our favor. Things like that, I'm cool with that. Totally cool.
Yeah.
Because it was a black and white situation.
Yeah.
The last one, Andy Robbo, no good.
No
good.
The worst.
Very bad.
The worst. Bad. That was
Very
not.
bad.
Yeah. Bad.
And there's been a lot of controversy this past weekend. I think it was a Tottenham game. Everyone's up in arms over it. I don't know the details about it, but we're going to talk about this whole season. We're going to talk about VAR for the next 2 seasons, I bet.
Yeah.
Until it's kind of worked out. And that's life.
I hope they don't take the route of the NFL.
I don't think they're
where
gonna.
It's the rule change every season and you can't keep up on it. And it's just like, dude, when I started watching soccer, I stopped watching football for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but soccer's a more simple sport. So there's not as many of those, touched them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like football's crazy. Completely crazy. American
But
football.
like the equivalence to that would be like if VAR like evolved into this thing where every time a tackle was initiated, VAR was screening while the ball was still going. And then they can revert that back to the spot of the penalty. Like that would be Americanizing this game with the VAR, like with the same thing with the instant replays and the, VAR for baseball and football. I don't want to see that happen because you taint the game. Like there's 2 things. Either use VAR as the standard or don't.
Yeah.
And now you kind of have VAR as a standard 50% of the time. And then another side of the time, it's not the standard.
Yeah.
Because VAR clearly was showing you that something didn't happen, but you still called it and allowed the call to go through. So it's like, what is it?
Yeah,
Pick
and
one.
they're going to figure it out. And I even heard people saying, our version of VAR, the Premier League's version of VAR, is different than other European leagues, like La Liga,
it's
Serie A.
different from FIFA and stuff
It's
too.
different. So I don't quite know the differences, but it'll be worked out. I mean, it's already been in play for, I guess, a couple years now. Not in the Premier League, but in other events. So they're going to work it out. It's going to be fine. I think it's going to be better for soccer in the end. Right now, it sucks.
Yeah.
Completely sucks. I don't like it. Anything else to say about that game?
It was a good game. 3 points.
I'll
take
awesome.
it.
Yeah, 3 points.
Still
3
up 5.
points. Oh, that's amazing.
Still up 5, baby.
Yeah, that's the thing you can't forget about. We just took 3 points. We were away at Chelsea. If you're going to drop points anywhere, it's going to be there. It's going to be against, it's going to be at Man City. It's, that was one of our dropping points games.
Yeah.
And we ran away with 3 points, and it was a good that game could have gone either way. Jurgen Klopp said, I think we deserve to win that game. Frank Lampard said, I think we deserve to win that game. So it was 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's awesome.
Neither coach wanted a draw, though. Nobody.
No. Well, I think Frank would have taken a draw.
Yeah, he would have been happy with a draw.
He would have loved the point. He would have loved it. Trent wasn't offside. Adrian. Okay. All right. Let's get right into our shout out. We got a little YouTube comment here by Abdi.
Yeah.
M. Omar, and he says, "Loving the show, guys. Keep going from London. # You'll never walk alone." Very nice. Very
Love
nice
it.
comment.
I love the YNWA.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when we were at the boot room for the Champions League final and you were filming the video afterwards and you were going to every person? You're like, "What do you think about the game? What do you think about the game?" You remember what that one guy did with the "You'll never walk alone"?
He goes. He was taken out. Like he was surprised. He wasn't good on the spot, and he goes up the YNWA.
What do you think about the game? YNWA. That's what I thought of when I saw that guy's post.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks, Abdi.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening, man. All right. You ready for these poems, man?
Poetry.
Poetry.
In the garage.
Poetry in motion.
I'm always ready for my poems.
Poetry in the garage.
Let's get to the poems.
Poetry in the garage.
Tra la 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 la.
It's the best place to say poetry in the world. Yes, it is.
All right, here we go.
That was horrible. Oh, when the Reds.
All right, so my poem.
I knew you were going to do that.
Go marching in.
Oh.
Who's starting? You want to do your poem or my poem? And if I'm reading my poem, brainstorm your top 3.
It's okay. I can figure that out.
I'm thinking of the top 3
I
here.
can figure that
I got my top 3 coming. I'm
good for you.
like 2 out of 3.
Good for you. You're so special.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
All right. Just go for it.
Am I reading my poem first?
Read it.
Read it.
Read it.
So you ripped apart my my attempt at a limerick last time.
Can we just go over that real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Can you pull it up? Do you have it?
Maybe.
Because the rhyme scheme was a little off, and that's why it didn't work for me. It was a good poem. I liked the poem. But
Okay, got it.
you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me the
The rhyme scheme.
the rhyme, just the words. So what are the first 2 rhyming words?
Teen, E.
Just say the whole word.
18, Napoli.
Those don't rhyme.
Okay.
Okay,
So
that-
listen, you're listening for comedy, folks, not quality.
Right.
All right?
All I'm saying is, if you want us to
Try
understand
to do the next one?
Yeah.
Beaten, fleetin'.
You're good there.
All right. E, Napoli, 20.
Well, it's the first 2 lines.
Yeah.
Rhyme-
Napoli's part of the first 2 lines.
Napoli,
Yep.
20.
20.
It rhymes loosely.
Perfect.
Loosely.
80%.
80%.
That's still passing, bro. D's get degrees. All right.
That's why I didn't
So my
understand
new poem.
Okay.
I tried, I made it sure everything rhymed here. So don't rip it apart. Okay. My poem is dedicated to number 66.
Ooh.
Oh, Alexander
Who's
Arnold.
that again? I'm kidding.
He's Trent Alexander-Arnold.
No, go ahead.
He's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Scouts are on our team. All right. Oh, Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Scouts are on our team. Watching you take that kick from outside the 18 was a dream. You scored your first goal this season for Liverpool, all the while making Chelsea's goalie look like a fool. So while we're here watching you, hoping you don't lose, one of us is focused on your goals, the other one on your pubes.
Beautiful. That's perfect.
That's a flashback to the first poem you wrote about pubes.
Yes, from episode I don't know 6,
Maybe
5,
4?
4, somewhere in there.
It's around there.
It's on Instagram. Check out our Instagram. That was great. What was the last line again?
So while we're out here watching you, hoping you don't lose, one of us is focused on your goal, the other on your pubes.
Beautiful. Love it. That was excellent. Awesome poem, man. How long did it take you to write that one?
This one actually a little bit of time.
little bit of time?
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes.
I was sitting on my couch writing mine yesterday. Just a complete brain fart. I'm just staring. What do I? Yeah. It's amazing sometimes what happens. Sometimes it just flows right out. Other times,
I had to write a goal,
sometimes
though.
you're just spitting,
Listen, my boy scored. Our boy scored
Yeah.
his first goal this season. You got to write a poem.
Oh, 100%.
Hopefully your poem's about Trent.
Okay, let's see what my poem's about. I don't even remember. All right, let's see. Here is my poem. Okay. Salah's legs are hairy. He'd do well to have a shave. It's all about aerodynamics and looking less like you live in a cave. What would we do without you, Mo? Your devotion has us singing hymns. But we'd all love you more still if you would let us straight razor your limbs.
He's so hairy. What's up with you and hair on these players? You ask me their favorite haircuts.
Yeah.
You talk about their pubes.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about Salah's hair, body hair. I think you're obsessed.
I have no answer for that. Maybe I'm obsessed. I don't know.
Oh, good poem, Brian. What was the last part?
But we'd all love you more still if you would let us straight razor your limbs.
Why don't you just say shave?
I'm trying to add some depth to
Straight
this.
razor. Did
Straight
you look
razor.
up like a thesaurus for shave?
No. I looked up a thesaurus for limbs.
Another word for limbs?
I knew no. I wanted not another word. I wanted a word that rhymed with limbs.
Oh, okay.
So I looked up. That's how I got hymns. Don't give away my secrets, dude.
No, yeah, listen.
These are my secrets.
Listen,
here.
you guys want to send us a poem? You're more than welcome to.
Oh, dude, if you send us a poem, I don't care what it's about. It's getting read.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be getting read, son. All right, that's it for poetry in.
The Dodge Ram.
We got to figure this out, dude. Poetry in the garage.
When you made this studio, my first thought was, what about poetry in the Dodge Ram? we should pick up the camera and go into the Dodge Ram to do the poems and then come back to the studio.
It's the worst idea you ever had. I like it, though. I like it. All right, right into top 3 worst 3, baby. You did your poem first, right?
I did my poem first. Why don't you do your top 3 first?
I'll do my top 3 first. Tell me what my top 3 is again.
Your top 3 is if you were to take an active player on this Liverpool starting 11 and switch him out. Okay. And switch it out with switch it out with an old player. Who would it be like to improve the team? Like where we're weak and where we used to be strong and now it would benefit us more.
It's like I said, very hard question because this is the side that won the Champions League. So
6 times.
6 times. So who am I going to replace? You know what I'm saying? I get it. This is just tough. So, all right, here's one. I'm not going to do this in order. I'm just going to do it as they come to my head. This is a good one. I mean, this is huge. This would actually help. Take out Origi, even though I love him and what he's done for this team. He's clutch. Replace him with Suarez, Luis Suarez. That was like one of the most exciting seasons I've ever watched in my life. And I loved watching Suarez. He was unbelievable. I mean, you didn't get to experience
His
that.
highlight clips, though. Oh,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Goodness, that man.
Suarez made soccer exciting because you never knew what the heck he was going to do. I don't know. Salah, Mane, Firmino are awesome striker. They're awesome. But Suarez was like...
Would you put Suarez in for one of them?
No.
No.
I mean, maybe right now. Maybe right now.
Who?
Sorry, I touched your leg. Who?
Who?
I'd probably replace Salah with him. Ooh. Yeah. But that's just because he's not...
Bye-bye, listeners.
Yeah. We don't want you anyway. I'm kidding. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
All right, so Suarez for Origi.
Yeah, Suarez for Origi. That's a good...
What about defensively?
Defensively, oh man, that's again...
Midfield?
Maybe right now, again, I've only been a fan for so long, so this is a hard question to answer. Defensively, I loved Skirtle. The bald, tattooed up guy.
Yeah.
Loved him. Or Daniel Agger. Two good guys, but I love Skirtle. So maybe I'd replace him with Gomez
Okay.
or replace Gomez with Skirtle, but I wouldn't. But that's my number 2.
Okay.
Just because I got to get rid of some here. And where do we bring in the legend? Where do we bring the legend in?
Gerard. Where's he coming? Who's he replacing? Anyone?
Man.
It's hard.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to replace a young Stevie G with Hendo.
Hendo now.
Hendo now.
I love Henderson,
I know.
dude.
I know. Not to say I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't replace Hendo now. He's great for this team. He's great. He works well with everybody. But if I can take Stevie young and we're going to have him for the next however many years, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So if I was to order those, third would be Skirtle, second, Stevie G, and number 1, bring in Suarez for Divock. That'd
Nice.
be great. The problem with bringing Suarez in for Divock would be
We don't win the Champions League.
no.
Thank you, Divock.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good problem to have. Who do you play?
Yeah.
Who do you start?
Yeah.
And that's a good problem to have, Right now, it's pretty clear who we start. Pretty clear.
Yeah.
Front 3-wise. The midfield, a lot of decisions to make in the midfield and defense as well.
Yeah, but I like the fact that we have Origi and Leilana behind us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keita?
Keita.
I mean, he's injured.
Yeah.
But he's
I
going to be
know.
back Carabao
But
Cup.
They're still good subs.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd take Origi.
Oxlade?
Yeah, Oxlade.
We have some. This is a very diverse team, not only culturally but play wise.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Wanted to bring a little culture in there.
No, you're good. So rest in peace to Divock Origi, Gomez, and Henderson.
And Henry,
Who's like
Henderson.
the sung hero of this podcast is Jordan
something
Henderson.
we forgot to get into real fast was the Salah and Henderson partnership in that last game, and that's something that I think Jurgen tries to do sometimes. Man, they have a great understanding. They did a lot of quick 1-2s. They knew exactly what each other were doing. It didn't work out that game.
It's just
But it
because
was-
Chelsea's defense just
Yeah.
broke it up every time.
It worked out a couple times, but it was impressive.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Hendo, man, he's creative. He's really creative. You think of him as just like a workhorse like Milner, but he's very creative. Now with this new forward position he's playing, back when he was playing a little further back, he was a workhorse like Milner, Now, man, he is creative. And he's obviously the captain. Like he builds players up. That's his purpose. But man, I couldn't believe it. So I can't wait to see that again. That was cool. All right, top 3 for you.
It's actually my worst 3.
Worst 3.
I'm trying to rank them in my head.
All
I
right,
have
so
the
this
names.
is the worst 3 for you is if you were in the Liverpool locker room and you had to get a prostate exam, an emergency prostate exam, pull the pants down, and get into it.
Now, here's a question for you.
Go
This
ahead.
kind of changes the way that I organize them. Do they know who I am and know what I've said about them?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason you're in this hypothetical scenario, the reason you're in the locker room is because this podcast blew up. They all love it. They all listen to it. And they said, Andrew, can you come in the locker room with us?
All right.
Brian, we don't want him.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing.
Brian's a loser. We want the cool kid.
I would have gone outside with you and just waited outside the locker room because we're bros.
Thanks, man.
I got you.
And then so I'd be in. I would have the pity invite, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
As long as I get to be in there and watch the prostate exam. Okay. And I'm not one of the options. You can't have me do it.
Okay.
Because
All right.
these little fingers.
So
I'd be great
Liverpool
at.
players, I don't want a prostate exam from.
Yeah.
Number 3 is going to be Milli Vanilli. I don't want Milner anywhere near me. That man is a house. He is an angry house. Lovable. I feel like he's like the best dad in the world.
Milner giving you a prostate exam, he would do his darndest.
Oh, dude, but he
his
would be so
fat-
thorough.
His fat, meaty hands. He'd just be like,
I feel like
"Oh,
if he
mate,
goes
oh,
like
mate."
when he goes like this, like come here, he's got little biceps coming from his fingers, dude. The dude's a tank. He's got like 0% body fat. He's a house.
He would do his best to be gentle, and he would fail miserably.
He tried to put one finger in, but the whole fist in. Just,
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Sorry. That's
so
Australian.
that's just based upon his size.
Okay.
Number 2 is Fabinho. 2 reasons. 1, I've watched you spit on men after you knock them over. I don't want your spit near my prostate.
That would make it lube up. That
I
would
don't
be-
want
okay.
that. That's just a terrifying thing to have happen.
Gotcha.
And you look like you have been brutally like on top of somebody else before. I feel like there's been a time in your life where you've been in many, many fights, and I don't want that kind of unexploited anger.
Yeah,
near my
so
prostate.
if Fabinho was getting frustrated with the exam,
Yeah.
he'd be like, get in there. Rip it over there. It hurts.
Yep. And coming in at number 1, and it comes with an apology, is going to be Mane. Because of the Pepe Le Pew skunk stripe that I made fun of when we talked about your haircut.
Oh, he would rip you apart.
I feel like you'd be so just spiteful, like how you kind of don't pass the ball to Salah anymore. Like no, but I feel like you'd be so spiteful about the skunk stripe haircut that I made fun of. So I don't want you near my prostate. I apologize too. So moving forward, I no longer think you have the worst haircut or the second worst haircut on Liverpool.
Just for the camera, what would be the look on Manny's face? What look would he give you right before penetration?
Of the prostate exam?
Yeah, right before penetration, what look would he give you?
I don't think it'd be angry. I think it'd
it wouldn't be.
I think it'd be one of these.
That's not what I expected. I think it would be like, see? This is great for our audio listeners. See this look, everyone listening? See it? See it? He does like that cool, that cool Nigerian. He's not Nigerian. He's Senegalese.
Yeah.
He's one of the Eases. Oh, boy. All right. That's it. That's the end. Oh, man. Anything else to say to our listeners? I mean, we got the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
That's on Wednesday.
Another cup, though.
Another cup?
chance.
Yeah. I don't know if it's not the final. I don't.
No.
I know nothing about this.
It's kind of weird. We're going to get into that. We'll get into that. We're going to do. Do you want to tease that?
Tease what?
Our little explanation video? At all? Because I really want to get into this.
Go ahead. Tease it. What are we doing?
So we are going to be doing.
We are videotaping the prostate exam. Go ahead.
No, we're going to be doing something I think is going to be super helpful because I was looking it up a while back. I remember there not being a lot of videos on it. I want to take, for him and I to take from the dumb American perspective, but still so we could help dumb Americans, take every European league and kind of explain the promotion relegation system, explain how the Champions League works, explain how the European Cup works, and even the Carabao, how do you say it?
I think it's Carabao.
The Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. I want to explain that stuff not in a podcast so we don't bore you, but in like an explanation video. I think it'd be really helpful.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it would
excited
be.
to do that.
And considering there's not many out there, maybe it'll be a few videos. I don't know, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so that's soon to come. Keep checking in.
Yeah, or give us some ideas. You got promotion relegation, like you said. You got all those other European things that a lot of non-soccer fans don't know about.
Dumb Europeans.
Every time I tell a
or dumb Americans. I meant dumb Americans. Europeans are way more intelligent than us.
There's dumb people everywhere. There's dumb, fat people everywhere. What was I going to say?
More ideas?
Yeah. Just tell us more ideas. Oh, yeah, because like I said, every time I talk to let's say an American football fan or an American NHL fan, basketball, and I explain the promotion relegation system to them and explain how you get into this Champions League, they are all amazed by it. They don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, that is cool. I wish we can do that. Hey, quick fact. The Bundesliga, you're going to love this. The Bundesliga, I think the bottom two get relegated, 2 or 3, whatever it is.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But then the next one up, so like let's say the 4th place or the 3rd and 4th or 4th and 5th, it's probably 3rd and 4th. They play a playoff game to decide who's getting relegated or not.
That's awesome.
Something along those lines.
That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
So that's cool.
And then you also hear Americans talk about how there's no playoffs and there's no Super Bowl.
There's no playoffs.
Like, have you heard of the Champions League?
Yes! They're the best playoffs in the world.
Wake up, people. So that's soon to come.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into that.
Yeah.
And then, that's our show.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Give us a like and a subscribe or whatever.
The end.
The end. I don't want to end it. This is too much fun. Bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop.
Bring back the Dodge Ram.
Bring back the Dodge Ram. We've conquered all of Europe. Let's do it like a jazz version of
We've conquered all of Europe.
Boom, boom, da, ba. We're never gonna stop.
Boom, 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 da.
From Paris down to Turkey. Turkey.
Yeah. We've gone and won the lot. People tuned off 10 minutes ago.
But we don't really care. Cause we're really friends. We just want to keep
talk about
hanging
pubic
out.
hair.
Let's shave all the pubic hair.
All right, we're done.
Let's shave all.
That was fun.